What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Great War mod. We are starting a brand new campaign today as Bulgaria. And so the reason I've chosen Bulgaria here is because our Kaiserreich campaign with Bulgaria got cut pretty short there. Unfortunately, my save file was corrupt, and then any other new save files I made after that were then corrupt as well. And so after about 7 years, the game would just totally crash on me, which sucks, so I got a couple requests from my subscribers here to do either a reboot of Bulgaria for Kaiserreich mod or something different. And so we're going to do a rebuild of Bulgaria, but we're going to do it with the Great War mod here today. And so super excited about that. I've already set up a couple of different items here. You can see we're starting out research-wise with new surgical instruments. We're getting the human-powered transport and the basic hand tools coming in, so all industrial techs to start out with there. We do start out with infantry equipment 1 here, so if we take a quick look at our division templates, right, you can see combat width is pretty low right now. I have, mostly regular infantry units and cavalry units in the mix right now. They do have an engineer company already put in there. We also already have recon companies researched out, so that's pretty cool. Reinforcements wise, we're going to look to reinforce the front there as much as possible. We're starting out with pretty low manpower at 123k here. Only getting recruitable population of 200 there per tick. Extensive conscription. We do need to be at war for, so I'm hoping through national focus maybe we can pick up some extra manpower. We'll see. I'm not going to train any divisions here to start out with, but we do have unassigned divisions. And so I think the overall strategy for the campaign here is going to be to join the Central Powers, of course, and then help out in Serbia here, pick up as much territory as we can. Romania is democratic and typically goes towards the Entente, so I want to try and annex as much of Romania as potentially possible, and then, we can look to help out in Russia here and beyond, try to take some lands here, and then also help out on the Western Front if needed, and help out with Italy. So I think to start out with, we're going to take here, we've got 16 divisions to start out with. I've got a field marshal and a general. Own combat width -10. That's a really good one. We're going to start off with you. And so Teal Group here, we're going to put you guys up on the Serbian line and give you an offensive line order here to drive towards Belgrade, like this. So we're going to need, we've got 2 extra military factories to put in, so I'm going to go like this, 1 and 1. So that fills out that. National focus tree, we've got a lot to deal with. I'm thinking just to solidify the fact of going in to the Central Powers, right? We're going to start out here with diplomatic effort, even though I'm really tempted to go here with the industrial effort stuff, because you're getting your extra, civilian factories and military factories through this. We're going to hit that hard as soon as we join the Central Powers. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this one. 70 days here. We're already missing resources here at 2 aluminum and 5 steel. I've also queued up a construction project here for a new civilian factory, right? So I'm actually going to trade away for some steel here right away. We're going to buy it from the Germans to boost up their economy here a little bit. Let's keep it going. So we do have some woods to start out with, some coal, 1 steel, the death of Edward VII. George V is the new king, of course, right? If we take a quick look at our cav units here, combat width of 8 there, combat width of 8 there, combat width of 4 there. So I don't think I necessarily want to exercise my units, but we do want to add a theorist probably right off the bat as soon as we, let's go speed 5 here, as soon as we get enough political power. And we do start out at partial mobilization, which is really nice. Albanian revolt, of course. The Balkans are a powder keg. And so what we could do is, what we could run into as well is we're going to run into the national focuses and such, or the events firing off for the Balkan Wars coming up, South African independence. So we're going to have to watch those really carefully and try to build up and not get ourselves killed here. Yeah. Albanian revolt currently going on, so you know, the Balkan League is, you know, going to be something that we are going to have a choice at going forward. I think I want to try to rush and get into the Central Powers if I can before that, right? You got to go all the way down this way, though. Join Central Powers. There's no time. There's no, like, date limit on that, which is nice. How about for some of these? I'm not seeing any, really. Let's go assert position in Europe here next. Time for the political power, and yes, I do want to add the military theorist there to start gaining some experience. Japan-Korea annexation treaty is finished, so Japan there taking Korea, to be expected, right? Human-powered transport is finished. Basic hand tools is done, so let's go ahead and swing into some other stuff here, including heavy industry. This is a 1910 tech, so let's get you in. Resource gain efficiency mining. Don't really need that because I don't have many resources in general. Recon company reconnaissance +1. Production efficiency cap +1. Let's take that guy. And once those are finished, we can start looking back over here at research time bonuses and such. So lots to fill out. We've only got the 3 research slots to start out with. You can get the technology sharing down here from being part of the faction, but you've got to be at war for that, right? It is August already of 1910, and then we can also get another research slot by going this way with it, you know, getting those industrial efforts done. But we are working on continuing to assert the position here in Europe, so this is going to give us a little bit more political power as well. German-Bulgarian relationship here. Austro-Hungarian relationship. Alright, so time for the new national focus. German relations here, of course. And then research slot here. Oil production. Do I have any oil? No. So that won't really help me, will it? Research time, reinforce rate, submarine attack. So I think I'm interested in getting the research bonus here. Yeah. 93 days to get that done. Modify the government here yet again. So let's take, I'm thinking about taking an industrial concern. We'll see what these guys can do. Political power gain. We are authoritarian. Portugal becomes a republic. Fortification engineer, smooth talking guy, captain of industry. That's probably a good one to have. Captain of industry, or armaments organizer here, quartermaster general. I'm going to go captain of industry here, which is going to help out that construction time of our civilian factory. And it's got, let's see, March 9th of 1911, so that's coming up in like 4 months or so. Heavy industry 1 is now finished there, so we're good until 1916 on that guy. Here, infantry recovery rate, war medicine, 139 days. Let's get that going. Production-wise, good. We're looking good. We're stockpiling guns and support equipment. We're actually already up to 6 in this infantry. I forgot. It costs 9 army experience to move up there. And we're still missing aluminum. But that's okay, because the steel is in there working for us. Mexico declared war on the Mexican opposition. Revolution in Mexico, of course. Can't forget to continue down the line here. So trade relations there, improving with the Austrians. That's on the way. Stockpiling this support equipment here pretty nicely, making almost 1.5 of those per day. Okay. Modify the government again. What should we take this time? I think Ideological Crusader, Fortification Engineer, Popular Figurehead. Bum. We could get some bonuses down here as well to our army. Or we could get... Hold on one second, guys. Reject. Sorry about that. Industrial concern, material designer, aircraft designer, ship designer, tank designer. I think I would like the industrial concern here. helping me out with some research time there. Improved hand tools now finishing up, and mechanical computing done. So, let's take trench. I guess we'll get the vest pocket camera there. How are we looking back over this way? 1914 on those techs, 1914 there. We could upgrade the artillery a little bit, although I'm not even producing that out yet. We could also go land doctrine, mass charge, and we've got basic fighters in until 1915. Decryption, encryption stuff. The radio is a nice one to have there, which will help out your reinforce rate, so we'll get that. Up to 8 in Army experience now. So that's coming up for us. 12 divisions there still. We're going to add a new slot here for another infantry brigade to come in. That's what I'm thinking. Looking good, though. Looking good. Recruit and deploy. Yep, everybody still has the appropriate equipment. We're continuing to stockpile those infantry, those basic rifles, right? Let's see if I go to the infantry tech. Yeah, it's 1914 on all that stuff, like we said. Alright, new national focus, central power, arms here. Boom. February now of 1911. The new civilian factory about to finish out for us. I think it probably makes sense to grab another one behind it. This may or may not go to consumer goods. We'll have to see. Here, March 9th. So 4 days now. Okay, good. It went to my actual civilian factory stockpile. Good. So, October 30th of this year, the next factory will be done. War medicine is now done. Awesome. 1915 on all this stuff, right? Field hospital is going to be very important for us. Let's get that in. 184 days, because we're going to have a manpower shortage. Alright, we can also put in extra infantry here. Awesome. Combat width is now up to 10. We'll see what that changes our manpower by. 124k down to what? Radio is finished. Nice. Alright, since radio is done, 1910 here, reinforced rate, engineering drawing, tanks and armor variants. I think I want the communication system up. It's going to help with that reinforced rate a little bit. Still sitting at that 124k in manpower, which is weird. Battle of Dasik. The Albanians have scored an upset over Turkish forces today. After a surprise attack, much numerically superior Ottoman force, the Albanians lured the pursuing Turks into the nearby town of Tuzla. Were joined by rebels from Montenegro. They overwhelmed the bottlenecked forces into a retreat. The Turkish authority in the Balkans has fallen further into question as a result. Yes. The Albanians scoring a victory there today. So, if we look at now here, 5,300 men in each unit there. Let's go ahead and get... Hold on. $1913 here. So we have hit a time constraint to make it into the Central Powers. So January 1st of 1913. Industrial effort. Let's swing back around and get that going. Vest pocket camera now done. Good until 1916 on a lot of these now. And working on some of these other things, or we could work on some of these other things. I do think we may want to get oil production, for example, or trench. Let's get trench excavation. That's going to allow me to build trenches. Going forward, we've got all 5 of our civilian factories still working here. October 30th. So Halloween, the next civilian factory will be finished. political power. Let's see. I do want bonuses for my small arms, so infantry equipment designer here is what I'm going to go with. Nice. Very good. We can also come in and start getting some of these specialists here. Chief of the Army, for example, giving us some nice bonuses going forward. Up to 125k here now, which is good. So prepare for war here gives us a little bit extra manpower. Army experience gain as well. January 1st, 1913, so we've got about a year and a half before we can get back on that. So industrial effort just finished. Let's go for infrastructure next. Machu Picchu uncovered. Nice. Research slot here. So 1903 tank research. Early tank project would be good. Got 15% modifiers here on these. The oil extraction. Let's go there next. Since we do start out, Bulgaria starts out with a decent beginning research tree, which is cool. Trench excavation is about to finish, so we might as well get the mining one going next, just to finish out all of these industrial techs, right? There we are. Boom, mining. It's only going to take 80 days or so. We actually have enough experience, too, to come back here and put in some more infantry. Boom. Save. Combat width of 12. So overall manpower now is at 6,300. We do need to add in... Oh, look at our sprites as well. Pretty cool. We do need to add in some artillery here at some point. I think now that we're heading down the sort of industrial stuff here, we may be able to start that. Mona Lisa has been stolen. Crap. Infrastructure finishing. I think I want to go construction effort next. Gives me an extra civilian factory, right? That's done. Sweet. Let's get that going. Construction effort. Can use another civilian factory badly, especially since we need to buy some aluminum. And we're going to need to buy more steel here eventually, too. Field Hospital 1 is finished. Awesome. Horse-drawn vehicles. We're going to need those for the actual field hospitals here. But let's take this other slot and go to the field artillery upgrade here. 1914 is the next upgrade, so I plan on populating with the older artillery, at least to start the war off with. Qing Dynasty declared war on the Republic of China. Xinhai Revolution, yes. 16 days left here. And then we can start putting research into other items, including encryption and decryption and submarine stuff. We actually start out with decent naval stuff. Agadir Crisis, right? Yep. Looking good. Looking good over here. So let's swing back around here now and get... Man, should I go for a land doctrine? I think so. 274 days, but, you know, a lot of those stats are very helpful. So we're going to do that. 22 days left on the oil extraction. Coming up here. We've got enough political power to do something as well. Army defense, army reformer, experience gains, division training time, division defense, division attack, morale, organization. I think I'm going to hit up the organization guy here to start out with, and then we can add in some of those other modifiers over this way eventually. Don't have a starting Navy or Air Force, unfortunately. Alright, free civilian factory now. So we got 6 of them available. Let's actually add in... You know what? I think it's time to put in a new military factory, because We can't add building slots until 1914, I think. 1916. Jesus. Okay. Add you in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cancel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Italy declared war on the Ottomans here. Of course. We are going to go... Did that result in me getting any oil? No. So that was a sucky thing to get right there. So I'm going to move away from this. 1914 here on these techs. Armored car we could start out with. We're starting on the air doctrine stuff, or excuse me, the land doctrine stuff. Let's go here. Early tank project. No national focus. Okay. So, gotta wait till 1913 on that guy. Armament effort here. Go. So, about to have 2 more military factories coming in. Italian invasion of Libya. Yes, of course. So now we're up to combat width of 12 over here. We'll continue to add things in, right? But that's it for now, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you next time.